The main objective with Community Lights is to help people see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, even in their most difficult times. Today we meet Haley Schonter, the 2016 reigning Miss Racine, who shares her story and helps us reach that goal. Can you please describe to us how you learned of your stepsister's murder?
It was a Sunday, and my mom had gone to church, and I guess I slept in that day because I didn't go with her, so I was home alone, and someone called or texted me, I don't remember who exactly, and told me to turn on the news immediately. So I did, and it said that there had been a shooting at Azana's Salon and Spa where my stepsister worked. And I didn't know how to react, and they said that there were casualties. So my mom put my brother in the bathtub, and I was still watching the news and sewing point shoes. And my mom sat me down, and she told me that she didn't make it. And I just kept saying, no, she did. Like, it can't be her. But she didn't make it. And like that day, it just wrecked me. I felt helpless. And after that day, my family just felt so broken. For a while, I hated the man that did it. He took my sister's life, and then he took the easy way out by killing himself. And I didn't get any justice by him doing that. But I had to realize that he was a person too. He had feelings, ambitions, and people that cared about him. And that really woke me up to say, I can't just continue to be angry with him. That's not going to bring her back. That's not going to help me feel better. Now I really live each day to the fullest. I love my family no matter what. I always let them know that I do love them. And I just make sure that I live every day like it could be my last, because you never know when it is.
Can you talk a little bit about your own depression and anxiety that you experience?
When I feel depressed, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want anyone near me. I either watch movies or anything on TV, or sometimes I just sit alone and with my thoughts, which sometimes eats me alive. When I start to feel anxious, it's mostly when I'm about to deliver a speech or presentation as Miss Racine to a big group of individuals, and I get really shaky, I get very cold. I still go out there and deliver the speech or presentation, but I still feel I'm not doing as well as I could be.
So when you're feeling that anxiety and panic right before you go on stage, what drives you to keep on going?
Knowing that there's someone out there that needs to hear my story. I had gone to a vigil last fall for a 14-year-old girl that was murdered by her boyfriend of just a couple months. And I do it for that 14-year-old girl because there are so many girls and boys out there that have the same situation that she was in, and they need to hear this story so that they don't have to die as she did. They need help, and I'm doing it for them. My stepbrother had committed suicide right after Christmas, and I was practicing interview. And my interview coach asked me, what has been a major setback in your life recently? And that's when I really lost it, and it really hit me that he was gone. And it really just pushed me 50 steps back, because I'm still dealing with the death of my stepsister, and now I have to deal with my stepbrother's suicide. And it kind of scared me. Like, maybe I was next. Like, maybe I would be the next one to die or kill themselves, because I was still dealing with depression and anxiety. And it's hard to come across that, and it's hard to realize in that yourself that that could happen. And instead of letting that get to me and keeping myself that 50 steps back, I had to realize why I wanted to be Miss Racine and why I wanted to continue in the Miss America organization. And that was to share my story and help those 14-year-old girls or those young men or anyone out there dealing with domestic violence. and inspiring them to get help one day, that they don't have to live like this. I've spoken at middle schools and high schools about healthy teen relationships and what they should look for in those relationships, because those are what they're going to base their adult relationships off of. I've really instilled in them that love is respect. It's not beating, it's not degrading, it is respect. Don't be afraid to go out and seek a therapist. I waited a very long time to finally see a therapist, and I wish I would have started sooner. Don't be afraid to talk to your friends and family about what you're feeling. They're there for you, and if you do find that some of those people aren't there for you, then cut them out of your life. As hard as it may be, it is for your mental health and for what's best for you. And for me, dancing was my outlet, but find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you can really lose yourself in, whether that's dancing or drawing or fishing. Find something that you can really let go in and find contentment and happiness.
We would like to thank Haley Schonter and wish her all the best as she competes in Miss Wisconsin this next coming week. Please tune in next week for another episode of Community Lights.